Hey everyone, welcome. Today we're going to dive into a classic, comforting Chinese dessert soup. But trust me, this is way more than just a recipe. It's really a guide to creating your very own wellness bowl, one that's tailored specifically for you.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with that classic foundation, and then we'll build on it, piece by piece. I'll show you exactly how to transform this one simple soup into your own delicious, personalized creation.
All right, first things first. Let's get to know the absolute heart of this dish. It's a beautifully simple combination of ingredients that traditionally is all about deep nourishment and, just pure comfort.
So every single ingredient in here is doing something important. Snow fungus, it's amazing for hydration. Think moisturized lungs and glowing skin. Huai Shan, or Chinese yam, that's your powerhouse for digestion and energy. Then you've got ginger, bringing in that gentle circulatory warmth. And of course, sweet potato, which gives you that nice sustained energy to keep you going. Okay, so now that we know the why behind the ingredients, let's head into the kitchen and see how it all comes together. The base recipe is your starting point, and honestly, it's wonderfully straightforward. It's really just a simple four-step process, super easy. First, you prep your dry ingredients by giving them a good soak. Next, you get the Huai Shan and ginger into a pot with water and bring that to a boil. Then, the important part, you let that simmer for a good 30 minutes before adding your sweet potato and snow fungus for the final 10 minutes. And last but not least, you sweeten it just how you like it. See? Simple.
Now here is a tip that is an absolute game changer. The real secret here is to keep a constant, gentle bubble going the whole time, even when the heat is low. This is the one thing that ensures you're extracting all that amazing flavor and all those wellness benefits from every single ingredient. So whatever you do, don't let it stop simmering.
So you've got the base down pat. Now, this is where the real fun begins. See, the base recipe isn't the final destination. It's the launch pad. It's the starting point for creating a soup that does exactly what you need it to do.
I want you to think of yourself as an artist. The base soup we just made? That's your blank canvas. And the extra ingredients we're about to talk about? Well, that's your palette of colors. This is how you create a masterpiece that's completely uniquely yours. So let's take a look at that palette. These are what I like to call your flavor and function boosts, optional add-ins that can totally transform the soup's entire personality and its benefits.
Here are 4 really popular choices. You've got chen pea, which adds this incredible citrusy aroma and helps with digestion. Red dates are known for being calming and nourishing. Longan brings a deep, fruity sweetness and a lot of warmth. And lotus seeds are just fantastic for calming your nerves. And notice the timing here. Most of them go in right at the start to let those flavors really infuse.
And this just perfectly illustrates the kinds of choices you get to make. Are you feeling like you need some digestive support and you love a complex aromatic flavor? Go for the chen pea. Or maybe you're craving some comforting warmth and a natural sweetness. Then longan is your absolute best friend.
Okay, so you'll often hear people say you have to remove the pits from red dates, and you might wonder why. Well, there's some really fascinating ancient wisdom behind it. In traditional Chinese medicine, the pit is believed to add what's called zao, which is a kind of heatiness or dryness. So by taking it out, you get all the wonderful nourishing benefits of the date while keeping the soup really gentle and perfectly balanced.
All right, let's get into those little details that are going to take your soup from just good to absolutely amazing. Seriously, these are the little things that make a huge difference.
You see, proper prep is everything. Soaking the Huai Shan for an hour, that's non-negotiable if you want it to be tender. Trimming that hard yellow stem off the snow fungus is essential for texture. Nobody wants to chew on that. And scraping the white pith from the chen pea, that is the secret to making sure you don't get any bitterness. As you can see, every little step has a really important purpose.
And when you're out shopping, picking high-quality ingredients is going to make a huge difference. For snow fungus, you want to look for a natural, pale yellow color. If it's pure, bright white, it might have been bleached, so stay away from that. For the dried Huai Shan, you want a nice, natural, off-white color, maybe with a little powdery surface. Just avoid anything that looks unnaturally white or has any weird spots on it.
Now, this is super important. While the soup is incredibly nourishing, you always want to listen to your own body, right? So if you're managing blood sugar, maybe go a little easier on the sweet potato and the added sugar. If you tend to get bloated, maybe enjoy it in moderation. And if you're feeling a bit heaty or you have a sore throat, maybe dial back on the ginger or even leave it out. It's all about what works for you.
So, let's pull all these threads together.
How do you go from just following a recipe you found online to truly creating a bowl that is perfect for you?
You know, we started this whole journey with just one single, classic, time-tested recipe. A beautiful foundation that has nourished people for, well, for generations.
But from that one starting point, look at all the possibilities. They're literally endless. Need to unwind before bed? Add some lotus seeds for a calming bedtime soup. Looking for some comfort during your period? The warming period soup with longan and red dates is perfect. Need a little help with digestion? Chen pea is your friend. It's all about tuning into what your body needs.
And that brings us to the final, and honestly, the most important question of all. You've got the canvas, you've got the palette of ingredients, you have all the techniques. Now it's your turn. So what will you create in your bowl?